What up, y'all? It's your boy Do It Jack, and I'm back in the mix. I'm back in action. This is What's Your Hustle? Well, hustling is a way of life. By hustle, I'm talking how you survive through life every day. Getting right into it without wasting a bunch of time. This video here is specifically for all my young homies, and I'm going to talk about the importance of developing conversational skills, the importance of developing communication skills. Now, to be 100, this video is actually inspired by my nephew, man. My nephew, love him to death. Nephew, if you're watching this, you know, I ain't saying nothing in this video that I don't tell you in person, but I feel like this will help a lot of other people. This is specifically for my young homies. My nephew, he's 15 years old, and he doesn't have the best communication skills. Like, if you ask him a question, you're probably gonna get like a one-word type of answer, because he just doesn't, it's like you can tell he's not even comfortable around being around his own people, right? Like, you know what I'm saying, family and stuff like that. Now, see, this having a mouthpiece is extremely important, right? It's almost impossible to be charismatic if you don't have a mouthpiece. Like, you don't have to be an extrovert where you're just talking to everybody, but having skills, being able to communicate in different situations with different types of people is extremely important, right? It's important in anything. You got to be able to think quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was young, we used to do like in school and stuff, and with the homies, we used to do like a lot of freestyling, right? Where, you know, somebody put on the beat, somebody start beatboxing, you just go out there and just start freestyling, right? And not saying that I was just like some super duper rapper, but what happens is when you do so much freestyling, if you notice, like, a lot of the rappers who are good at freestyling, they just got wordplay, right? Like, they could just talk to anybody, like they good with their words. I think that's an excellent exercise for a lot of young homies to try to do. Like, just try to freestyle, see how fast your brain, you know what I'm saying, can come up with new words, how fast you can think on the fly, right? Having wordplay has a lot to do with thinking on the fly, right? That also helps you to be witty, right? You can come up with quick responses. You can come up with responses that make sense for you, you know what I'm saying, in certain situations, so that you're more interesting, right? When you don't have wordplay, you can't really hold a conversation. You're not as interesting. People like to have interesting conversations, man. So this is extremely important for all my young homies over here. Specifically, I would say like 21 and under, who this video was for. Now, back to my nephew. When my nephew was a little homie, like 3, 4, 5, 6 years old, you couldn't get this little dude to shut the hell up. He just talk. You know what I'm saying? He was a very talkative kid. Well, I'm not gonna say he was overly talkative, but he was a lot more communicative, is that a word? I don't know, than he is now, right? So I'm going to tell you a couple of factors that I think might have contributed to not just my nephew, but a lot of little homies his age. All right, now let me just back up a little bit. When I was 15 years old, you know, 12, 13, 14, 15, and when we was coming up, everybody used to go outside. It used to be like 10, 12 of us outside playing basketball. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying, that's what we did. When we didn't have school, we planned on going and playing basketball. That was like the thing. Now, the neighborhoods that I see now, I don't see a lot of kids outside like that. Like, at least to the degree that they were outside when I grew up. You know what I'm saying? So the interactions amongst people, I think, are kind of lessening. The in-person interactions are definitely lessening, right? So this is a change, and I consider myself still being a young dude, even though I'm about to hit 30 soon, right? I still consider myself a part of the younger type of generation and everything like that, even though I'm getting older, because I'm starting to see things, right? Where when I was younger, people used to interact. We used to go outside. We used to talk to each other. When my nephew was about 8 years old, man, the neighborhood used to be filled with kids. Like, everybody used to be outside. But I say probably about the last 6, 7 years and stuff like that, nobody, none of the little homies, it ain't no little homies that be outside. You can drive up and down different neighborhoods. The neighborhoods is empty. You know what they all doing? Do you know what all the young homies now is doing? Instead of playing basketball outside in the streets, they playing basketball online on 2K. Like, the online game has just exploded, where people have become more comfortable talking to people online than they do actually talking to people in person. You see what I'm saying? And You know, little homie, when he come over, when he at the house and everything, you hear him playing a game, man. He the most talkative mug. That dude, he don't shut up. You hear him in there cussing motherfuckers out and all that. He just go crazy when he on the game. Then you walk in the room and you try to have a conversation with him. He can't respond. It's kind of like he's not really used to the human energy. He's not really used to human contact. You got what I'm saying? And this plagues a lot of young homies, bro. So if you got a little brother, if you got a son, all right, show them this video, or even if you don't show them this video, let them know that, hey, bro, you can't just sit up and play the game all day. You can't just sit up and just talk to your friends, you know what I'm saying, without any type of human contact. You have to get out and actually talk to people. See, communication is a muscle, right? And excuse me if y'all see me sweating. You know, I just always come straight to the park from the gym, do a little bit of walking. But it's like a muscle that you have to build up. It's a muscle that you have to exercise, right? Your communication skills is something that will lead you to many different opportunities. It help you do better in job interviews. It help you do better when you're talking to the females. Now that's extremely important, bro. When it comes to females, if you got a little bit of wordplay, when you can kind of talk and be witty and kind of joke, you can kind of take a particular situation and make a joke out of it, or you can take a particular situation that you find yourself in and be able to carry on a conversation. That's attractive to a lot of females, bro. That's attractive, bro. You don't have to be the best looking dude, but it's your personality. Now, some of us are not just interesting people, right? We're just not that interesting. That's not a problem, right? Make your conversations interesting though. You see what I'm saying? One thing that I do is I try to do more listening than I do talking a lot of times. Not all the time, but a lot of times I got to kind of, you know what I'm saying, say my side of things like that. But if you want to get better at holding conversations, just ask open-ended questions. Stay away from questions that deal with yes or no. You feel me? I know a lot of y'all sending them messages on Tinder. Do you have a boyfriend? No, right? No. Ask open-ended questions in person. People contact, you know what I'm saying? Get in contact with people and talk to people, for all my young homies, right? So a lot what's going on right now is that a lot of your social skills sometimes are developed at school. Now, a lot of homies is not in school right now because of the whole COVID situation, so a lot of people is learning online. So I think, bro, I'm just going to assume, now I don't have any statistics to back this up, but I want to say in the next few years, the level of communication for the younger generation coming up is going to be so low, and they're going to feel so weird when they get around a lot of people because they didn't really come up in an environment that allowed them, well, let me not say that allowed them, but they didn't really come up with talking to people. You got what I'm saying? And to a degree, I think all of us as young homies, the majority of us, when we get around older people, we're also, you know, we kind of quiet because, you know, you can't really relate to somebody older, especially when you go to like a family reunion. Sometimes you might just kind of sit back and just chill and observe because you don't really, when you go to a reunion, sometimes you don't really know your family, right? But what I'm saying is when you get around certain people, you have to be able to at least spark a conversation, right? I'm not talking about you got to be in a grocery store waiting in line and you having conversations. That's cool. That's not the type of conversation I'm talking about, where you're just kind of talking to anybody. I'm talking about having meaningful conversations, right? If I'm trying to talk to my little nephew, my little homie, hey man, what's going on? Like, you know, what's going on with school and everything like that? Oh, it's good. Okay, you got some friends and everything, don't you? Yeah, everybody cool. Like, nah, bro. You know, and I had to tell him, I was like, listen, bro, when you talk to me, I need more than 3 words. Like, I need more than 3 words. And he gets nervous. Sometimes when you talk to him, he starts scratching, like, but he's still young. Hopefully he'll grow out of it, right? But he is representative of a lot of little homies out here, bro, who kind of going through the same thing. And even some of the stuff that I'm talking about now can apply to somebody that's older, just trying to understand the importance of communication skills. See, and I'm gonna go back to the topic of dealing with women, right? Now, you don't have to be the dude who just walking out and you just approaching every chick and you just able to spark a conversation. That's not what this is about. But when you do, right, there has to be a certain level of social normality. All right, let me explain what I'm talking about. You ever talk to somebody who they seem like they kind of cool, but they socially awkward as hell? Like they just certain things that just don't click with them, right? Like the conversation's just not there. They're kind of weird socially, right? We want to try to get out of that as much as possible. The only way you can get out of that is it's kind of like you have to train yourself. You can mold yourself into ways that will be beneficial for you. If it's something that you don't like about yourself, maybe something that a lot of people are saying about a characteristic that you have, you can train yourself out of it. You get what I'm saying? It's just like going to the gym. You feel me? You might not see no results, but you got to keep going, and eventually you'll see small changes, very, very small changes, right? And over time, next thing you know, that big ass stomach you had, it's kind of flat now. You know, word to your boy Do It Jack, because I was eating too much. But anyway, I'm trying to get back in shape. That's a side note. What I'm saying is the ability to use your words is almost like, it's just, I don't know. I just don't think that a lot of folks is really putting the importance on the ability to communicate. Like, even when you're just having a casual conversation with people, some people, they kind of feel like it's a little bit uncomfortable when you're talking to them, because it's just like, you know, I don't know you, which is cool, but I just feel weird about talking to you. You ever meet somebody that just kind of feel weird, or you feel weird about talking to a specific person? Right? There's a certain level of social awkwardness that we are facing today that I think didn't exist. I just don't remember a lot of these types of interactions like this when I was in high school. You know what I'm saying? I just don't remember a lot of this that's going on. You got what I'm saying? You try to talk to one of your little homies. You got some little homies in the neighborhood. Just try to have a conversation with them. Just see how they talk, right? A lot of them, I feel like the communication skills is dying right now, man. And you know what I say, a big factor of that is them goddamn video games, and it's a lack of having human contact, bro. So if you got a little homie in the hood, just try to talk to him, man. Help them with their conversation skills. Another thing that'll help you with your wordplay is reading. I know it's cliche as hell. I done read some books growing up. Read some books, bro. Read a history book. When you read a book, right, you're getting access to another person's knowledge. Now, if you reading fiction and all that, you know what I'm saying, shit like that, that's cool too. It's still reading. But if you're reading informational books, you're getting access to another person's knowledge base, right? So you can kind of use, reading a book is like traveling almost. Sometimes when you can go inside another person's mind, it's almost like it takes you to another place. The shit is cliche as hell, bro. And it sounds kind of corny with me saying it. When folks used to say this shit to me, I'd be like, man, that shit whack, right? The shit is true, bro. Read some books. Man, I read all kind of books, dog. I read all kind of books, man. I still read books. You know what I'm saying? I even read a book in another language, you know what I mean? Because I was learning Spanish and everything like that. But it's just, you're able to talk about more. You get what I'm saying? When you have, and also another thing is not only reading, not only laying off the video games, but actually getting out and experiencing things, traveling. That will make you more interesting. You have more things to talk about. You get what I'm saying? How can you relate to people if you've never done anything? Right? You have to increase your level of vocabulary through reading, through communication with other people, through listening. You know what I'm saying? Listening to somebody give a speech, whatever the case may be. If you feel that you're lacking in communication, there's things that you can do to increase that, right? Increase your number of human experiences by traveling. You know what I mean? Going out, seeing your city. You know what I mean? It's amazing how so many people live in their own city and don't know their own city. They don't know what's going on in their own city. They don't know about the good restaurants. They don't know the good side of town of their city because they always in the house. So a lot of us, we kind of have to do a little bit more interacting, man. Get out of the house. A lot of us young homies, specifically young homies. I'm gonna tell you what I used to do. I remember vividly, 7th and 8th grade, 13, 14 years old, me and 3 of the homies, we would meet up at the mall, and each one of us had probably a chick or something. We would all meet up with the females. That's what we used to do. We would go to the mall and goddamn go to the movies. Tell me if I'm damn lying. I know y'all did the same thing. If y'all around my age, I know y'all used to meet up at them damn malls, man. Over here in Atlanta, we used to meet up at this mall called Stonecrest. Sometimes we would go to South DeKalb, but that was kind of on the other side of where I grew up. But anyway, we would go to Stonecrest Mall. That was, at the time, was one of the newer malls. Man, the mall used to be popping. Everybody at the mall used to be about 14, 15, 16, like all high schoolers. You get what I'm saying? Now, you don't see no young homies at the mall, I feel like, bro. I feel like it's just old folks who's shopping. Maybe I'm getting old, bro. But we used to meet up at the mall and goddamn going to movie theaters. We trying to get some fingers in. You feel me? Like, just be 100. We trying to touch something. You know, and I say that at the risk of sounding like a little 14-year-old pervert, but hey, that's what we was on back then. You got what I'm saying? All my young homies, bro, look, y'all get out, get y'all some wordplay skills, bro. It's gonna help you out in the world. It's gonna help you out, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be more interesting, you're able to meet more people. You're able to be more likable and more charismatic. And what is charisma? Charisma is just basically your likability factor, right? How likable of a person are you? Some of us have more charisma than others. I have a lot more charisma than a lot of other people. Other people got way more charisma than I have, right? So you can learn something from anybody that you interact with most of the time, right? At least if you're looking for the lesson in each interaction, man. But I ain't gonna sit here and rap too much, man. That's just something that I just want to throw out there, man. Read some books, get out, see the world, man. Get some fresh air in your lungs. Get out that goddamn house and turn off that fucking video game, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta say it like that, bro, because it's too much going on, bro. I gotta tell my homie, my little man, like, yo, I mean, come on, you wanna go somewhere, bro? You wanna do something? I'm good. Like, you feel me? Like, it's crazy, bro. But social interaction, man, is really going out, bro. So many of us is moving towards are communicating through social media, Instagram, even through here on YouTube, man. You know what I mean? Even talking on the phone is better than, you know what I'm saying, texting back and forth, bro. And real quick before I go, let me talk about that real quick, man. A lot of females, bro, and I would say the younger ones, you call them, they be like, the hell? Like, why are you calling me? I'm like, the fuck? Why not? You feel me? Why would I just sit here and text you for hours when I could just have a 10-minute conversation? That's just the way I am, bro. Maybe, I don't know, I'm just different, bro. But a lot of folks out here, they don't even like to talk on the phone nowadays, bro. This whole nervousness about communicating with people is really getting crazy out here, man. So y'all stay out here, man. Y'all stay improving, man. You know what I'm saying? Always have a self-improvement mindset, bro. Do the best you can to be the best person that you will be or that you can be, all right? It's your boy Do It Jack, man. Y'all know where to find me at What's Your Hustle 1 on IG. I ain't been on there too much lately. I don't be on IG too tough, man, but if y'all want to just follow me, man, y'all could do that, man. Mainly, I want you to like, share, and subscribe to these videos. Turn on your notification bell. And I'm gonna start going live pretty soon, man. So y'all look on that community tab on the YouTube so that when I do my announcements or when I'm going live, I need everybody in the hood to be in the live, bro, because we got some shit that we need to discuss, man. It's your boy Do It Jack, man. Y'all get at me.